From a car thief in Georgia who survived multiple pit maneuvers, and a fleeing SUV in Milwaukee that wound up in a frozen creek, to a driver in a Crown Vic who decided to take on the Georgia State Police, and much more. Here are 7 police chases you wouldn't believe if not filmed. It's July 3rd of 2023. Highway patrol officers in St. Augustine, Florida are in hot pursuit of a maniac weaving between cars in his black SUV. Public safety didn't matter to this guy. He would risk every single life on the highway if it meant escaping with his. Police needed to get this lunatic off the road. They'd be lucky if this chase ended without somebody getting seriously hurt. Unfortunately, luck wasn't on their side this time. According to police, the white car you saw approaching struck our suspect before he jumped over the road barrier. Somehow, he managed to stay on his feet and froggered his way across the other lanes. Police chased him into the woods, where they arrested him moments later. We never learned the suspect's name or why the police were chasing him in the first place. Somebody so desperate to get away must know they're in big trouble. We wouldn't be surprised if the car was stolen or if this suspect had several illegal items on his person.
He's losing control. Creek, bail!
Okay, stop.
January 11th of 2024. Police in Milwaukee, Wisconsin are on the lookout for a white SUV wanted in connection with a recent abduction. According to reports, someone had stolen a running car with a 7-year-old child inside. They later abandoned the car and the kid, only to steal another ride, this time a white Kia SUV. Around 11:15 that morning, 2 officers spotted the stolen Kia near Teutonia and Hadley Road. They spun around to stop the car, at which point the driver sped away. That gave them all the proof they needed. These guys had something to do with the stolen cars and the abducted child. Now, all they had to do was catch them, which is easier said than done on these icy streets.
70, we got eyes on. 70, we got eyes on a white Kia.
Abduction.
We got the abduction Kia here. Gladden William. Lincoln William Boy 169 in pursuit, eastbound on Hampton from Teutonia.
Got that Nissan following. It's the Nissan that's going northbound on 25.
70 in pursuit of a white Kia Sportage, Lincoln William Boyd, 169, wanted for the abduction, eastbound on Hampton from 22nd.
7217.
Not to a dead end here.
Monitoring, 2 cars and 6.
Disregarded the stop sign at 24 in Fairmount, coming up to Lancaster on 24.
Yes.
He's going towards the bail. He's going to be bailing here. He's going towards the dead end here on 24. 24. He is now on the sidewalk doing a U-turn in the snow. Speeds approximately 6 miles an hour. Coming back down south on 24.
Coming back northbound now.
We're coming southbound.
Oh, southbound, sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Still south on 24 through Lancaster. In pursuit of that white Kia Sportage, Lincoln William Boyd, 169, wanted for the abduction.
The chase led police down a snow-covered residential street. It was another dead end, though our suspects had already proven their willingness to go off-road. Unfortunately, this dead end was a frozen creek.
Coming up to Congress here. He's losing control.
Creek,
Creek, bail!
Okay, stop, bro.
Where you at from? They're in the creek. Did you find your honest?
Put your up now! Turn around!
The driver and passenger, both 17, were arrested after the crash. Because they were minors, we believe police chose to withhold their names. All we know is that they are wanted in connection with the stolen car and had a weapon on them when they slipped into Lincoln Creek. Both teens were taken to the hospital and treated for minor injuries and cold exposure. Thankfully, neither of our officers were injured during the crash, and both of them earned a long trip to the steam room after this one. Between 1997 and 2013, the Ford Crown Victoria, better known as the Crown Vic, was the most widely used car by North American law enforcement agencies. It is synonymous with police, so much so that when you see one today, you likely assume it's an undercover cop. On May 9th of 2022, GSP Trooper Moore was patrolling in a souped-up Dodge Charger when he spotted an old Crown Vic with dark-tinted windows. He made a U-turn and observed what he believed to be a street race in progress. As he pulled up, the Crown Vic driver turned sharply into an empty parking lot. He was about to learn why the GSP stopped using Crown Vics in favor of Dodge supercars.
Manchester, 1080. South on Victory. Yeah, 926 started. Hands! Get up guard! Get up guard! Get on the ground!
The driver, later identified as 26-year-old Camonte Brown, was arrested and charged with fleeing and several other traffic violations. He also smelled like marijuana, and his eyes were glazed over. For that, we can assume Trooper Moore added DUI to his list of growing charges. Brown was transported to the hospital for a blood test and to treat some minor scrapes he suffered during the chase. He was medically cleared that day and taken to Muskogee County Jail. Marquez Milner was on pace for a Georgia state record. The 21-year-old nearly became the first car thief to steal a Dodge Scat Pack, survive 5 pit maneuvers, and successfully outrun the Georgia State Police. But the GSP wasn't about to let that happen. On August 19th of 2024, Deputy Bradford with the Clayton County Sheriff's Office spotted the stolen car near Highway 314. He turned around as quickly as he could and topped 100 miles per hour as he caught up to Marquez. A routine pit maneuver should have ended this chase early on, but this car thief believed he was destined for greatness.
Hey, he's coming out in 314. 314 heading towards 138. All right, he's coming to you. Get ready. I'm catching up to him now. I'm right behind him. He's done ran from South Fulton multiple times. He's got a fake tag on the vehicle. It's likely 34. We're coming up to 314. Get ready. Speeds are 100. He's probably going to try to go towards Union City. I pitted it, we boxed it in, he got out. The back tire's done for. We're chasing it 138 towards Union City. Come up on old man, I'm about to pit again.
Okay, we're going west on 138. I'm going 138 going to that. Wait, one up here. And again, he recovered. We're still going. Speed to 60, travel west, 138.
Light male tread. Stop! I'm releasing the dog! Stop! Tase him! Tase him! Tase him! Tase him! Black male, we got him. We got him.
Marquez's ultimate mistake, other than stealing a car and running from the police, was sprinting into a thick briar patch. He wound up entangled in thorns and couldn't run much further. Unfortunately, our officers were also covered in tiny cuts. Inside the stolen Scat Pack, police found a Glock handgun on the driver's side floorboard. They also noticed the smell of marijuana, which only made things worse for Marquez. Doctors patched him up at the hospital, and he was arrested on multiple felony charges. The GSP Nighthawks are not a college football team. They are an elite task force of highly trained Georgia state troopers originally dedicated to combating DUI in the greater Atlanta metro area. Today, several different Nighthawk units patrol the state, aiming to keep the highways safe from impaired drivers. On December 21st of 2021, Nighthawks near Savannah, Georgia received word of a stolen Toyota Camry actively fleeing the GSP. They formed up and hit the gas, quickly catching up to the chase along I-95. This car thief learned that when the Nighthawks find you, there's no escaping. Traffic forced our officer to brake and fall back. Thankfully, another Nighthawk was right behind him to maintain pursuit. Rain and civilian cars ramped up the danger. Another civilian blocked the tailing officer, allowing our patrol car to retake the lead. He followed the suspect off the highway and finally ended this chase for good.
Getting off the 99. Everybody know we're getting off at the 90. Driving on. Got it.
After a short foot chase, the suspect, 32-year-old Shamik Little, was cuffed and brought back to the Nighthawk's squad cars. There, the police felt something wet in his pocket. They discovered a stolen pair of shorts under his jeans. The anti-theft ink tag had exploded. Apparently, Shamik couldn't be bothered to change his pants. His breath smelled like chemicals, and his eyes were watery and bloodshot. In the back of the stolen cars, officers found freshly smoked crack cocaine pipes. Shamik had tried to mask the smell by shoving Brillo pads inside them. In the end, Shamik was arrested and charged with 15 crimes, including felony fleeing, hit and run, shoplifting, and DUI. August 11th of 2024, Sumter County, Florida. FHP trooper David Ramos was westbound on Oak Street in Wildwood, Florida, when he spotted a black BMW with illegally tinted windows heading south on Jackson. He followed the BMW and cornered the driver as he parked in somebody's driveway, perhaps his own. But as soon as our officer put his police cruiser in park, the suspect peeled out, leading Trooper Ramos on a wild chase through these tight Florida neighborhoods. The pendulum swings in the suspect's favor on the open road. His Beamer should outperform the FHP squad car. Our suspect can also run traffic lights with no regard for anybody else. If he doesn't make a mistake, he might actually outrun Trooper Ramos.
1542.
I got a passenger.
I got a passenger too.
Stay right there.
Stay right there.
Don't move. Don't move. Stay right there. Run. Hey, talk about
Look at the passenger.
run.
He's running.
Run.
The driver, 24-year-old Marlon Underwood, was cuffed outside his Beamer. His passenger ran off, and it's unclear if police ever caught him. We believe his name is Rue, judging by Marlon screaming, "Run, Rue, run," like he's Jenny from Forrest Gump. Ultimately, Marlon was arrested and charged with felony fleeing. Trooper Ramos also learned that Marlon's license had been suspended since 2019. Based on this video, there's a reason the state of Florida doesn't want him driving around. July 26th of 2021, Hancock County, Ohio. While patrolling I-75 South, an Ohio State trooper spotted a silver car driving dangerously close to other civilian vehicles. He got behind the driver and relayed the license plate to dispatch, Robert 012157. Apparently, that plate didn't exist. That told our officer all he needed to know. The guys inside this car had something to hide, and this traffic stop would likely be the furthest thing from routine. The suspects must have thought that they'd gotten away. Little did they know our trooper was ready to pull a hairpin U-turn and drive the wrong way up the highway on-ramp. He spotted them heading east on Route 12 and never lost sight as he gradually caught up.
West on Hancock. West on Hancock. Go through the stop sign at the intersection. We're on Hancock and Main. Heading south on Main. South on Main Street, speeds at 40 miles an hour. 40 miles an hour.
131, I can take radio. I'm right behind you now.
Okay, on it.
We're south on Main, at that Martin Street, go south.
South on Main through 6. LEPD officer channel. I believe he has a flat tire. He just lost the tire. The car marked as red car on South Main at Pearl. Still rolling.
left on the wall. He's gonna bail you.
Six or two, clear on the hit.
Alright, signal 760.
Right.
The driver, Lonnie Barnes, and his passenger, Lamont Lester, were both arrested after a short foot chase. According to Highway Patrol, officers found a large amount of marijuana inside the car. Ultimately, Barnes and Lester were charged with felony fleeing and felony drug possession. If you enjoyed this video and want to see another just like it, be sure to click the link on screen now. With that, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.